All right, what's going on, guys? So I thought I'd come in here today and react to the panel yesterday of Zav Girl and Upchurch and Jarrett from AWP. Jarrett let out some crazy stuff that goes along with the story, and their video, it's a members only right now. I think it should be released tomorrow, and I've got a reaction done to it already. I still got a little editing to do, but I will post that once they release it to everybody. I don't want to expose their video when it's behind the paywall. That's not the right thing to do, especially for somebody as small as I am, to go and expose some big channel like that, and stop them from making the money to support their cause. But this right here, this is very interesting, and maybe we end up talking about some of the stuff that was in their video while reacting to this. So let's go for it.
Can you
Yeah.
answer if what gear the car was in, or can't you answer?
So while our team did not specifically look at what gear it was, you can see in the video that the wheels are turning, which would indicate that the vehicle is in neutral.
Otherwise, that mug would have went.
Wow.
So that's a pretty good sign that a car is in neutral, normally. But because I watch Scotty Kilmore and these other mechanics channel, Donut Media, I know about CVT transmissions a little bit. And I know that if the motor's not running, the car's in any gear, the wheels will roll. And that's a Honda CRV, so it has the CVT transmission. So there's a possibility it wasn't in neutral. There's a possibility it was. That doesn't prove to us that the car was in neutral, but the police will know this. The police will know whether the car's in neutral or not. The FBI took it to headquarters, so we'll find that out. But that is a big sign. I mean, that's a big deal. I just don't think people should automatically jump to conclusions right there on that little bit of information to say, oh, the car was in neutral. Because there's a possibility it wasn't, and they didn't state that it was. They just stated it looked like it was because the wheel was rolling, and that's actually true. I mean, most people don't know that a CVT transmission will roll in gear when the engine's off.
Okay.
So Jared, can you describe the person a little more on the video? That the guy that was there with, I don't even know for sure if it was with Kiely, but does he give you more of a description to where you guys know who it might be?
In my mind, the description that the guy gave on the AWP video that hasn't, that's still members only right now, it sounded like the boyfriend to me, the Jagger guy. The way he described him, what he said he was wearing, the way he looked, the thinner built guy. I mean, it kind of points directly to dude,
We put out what we can at this moment in time, and like I said, we will put out a lot more later on if it goes down into that direction that law enforcement take it.
So basically, if law enforcement decides that this wasn't an accident and there was foul play, we've got a lot more information coming from AWP as far as statements and other things and other reasons to point fingers at certain people. That's good. I mean, I'm glad that this tow truck driver guy came forward and talked to AWP. I'm glad he was a fan of AWP in order to know who to find in the first place and give this information to, because I feel like they're doing it the right way.
So from everything that you've seen in your experience, if you had to guess, I mean, would you guess that there was foul play involved in this one? You had to guess.
I'm just going. I'll say this: I would not have put that in our title if we thought it was nothing more than an accident. It's open for interpretation, speculation at this point.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and speculate that yes, there was probably foul play. From all the stuff that's been said, the going around the vehicle and stuff, which if y'all haven't seen that video, you won't know yet, but the blonde girl and the skinny guy that were in a CRV on the day after Kiely went missing, the day after the party, he said that they didn't want to stay beside each other, that every time one was with him, the other was on the other side of the car, and if one came back around, the other went back around. That's pretty suspicious. It's like they're trying to hide something, trying not to let him see something, maybe like a body in the back, and they're trying to make sure that they keep him around the front of the car and not let him go to the back, or one standing on the other side with a gun or something in case he does see it. But that's just speculation, and that's what we're supposed to do when we're talking about this, right? I'm not saying that anybody was there. I'm not saying that that even happened. I'm not saying anything about anything other than what it sounds like to me from the stories being told.
There's an entire other theory that it would blow your mind if I even told you, based upon additional.
Whoa.
Even just going with let's see, without giving away too much, and without me saying anything really.
Sometimes the best way to describe something that you're not supposed to talk about is to just talk around it. Try to give hints and info as to what you think without saying anything that's defamatory or contradicting to anything else that's going on. That way you don't interrupt the case, but this is what I actually think. And it's pretty easy to read between the lines of the things he says here.
If you think about the two people that are moving around the vehicle, there could be more to that story.
In my mind, the more to that story part would be they're hiding something. They're either trying to hide the body in the back, or they're trying to hide that, they got something going on over here. The guy also says something about a bottle of perfume in the car, so maybe they're trying to cover up any smells of death or anything going on there, or drugs, or alcohol, or urine, feces maybe from the body. You never know. Like, it could just be completely innocent, or it could be some serious shit going on. And to me, it sounds like there was some serious foul play. Because when you start thinking about, well, the police searched the area and we all blame the cops for being incompetent, but maybe the car wasn't there. Maybe these kids were taking it over to the Boca Reservoir and trying to dump it there to be away from the party scene, but then their car broke down, so they had to call a tow service. So once the tow service came out, they thought, hey, this person might be letting people know it's over here. The police have already searched this pond over here, so let's take it back and drop it off in the lake where we were partying at. It's already been searched. Maybe they'll never find it. But the water was pretty shallow. AWP came. AWP found it quickly and easily. So, congrats, guys. You found it. And if it was foul play, I hope you guys get the worst sentencing possible, because that is devilish.
It's something that even in my conversation, if I have a private conversation with Ryan later on, will be a private conversation. I'm not even going to tell you,
Right.
Ryan. I mean, because
I don't
needs to
blame
come
you.
to their own conclusion at this point as to potential. But none of us want to be in a situation where it's defamation.
Exactly.
If it's not true.
Right. We don't want to be in a defamation case. I mean, nobody wants to accuse somebody who just lost somebody if that's not the case. But when all signs start pointing to something, that's when it starts getting a little easier to start looking at them as a suspect. When there's evidence piling up and up and up, that's when you can start looking at people close to the situation and saying, well, maybe they had something to do with it. Maybe this blonde girl and little guy, maybe that's Sammy and Jagger.
Right.
We hope that it's not, but if it is, then justice will be served, appropriately.
Was Nick able to look at a picture of Kiely and say, this is the girl that I saw, or was it more based off of the vehicle matched the description of her vehicle?
Right now, I'm still gathering some information based upon what I just hinted to you right now.
Okay.
I don't think it was Kiely. I think it was Sammy. And this is just my opinion. I believe it was Sammy. With all the rumors of Sammy and Kiely getting into a fight, moments later the party ended abruptly. Everybody was leaving in a hurry. The blonde girl and guy looking disheveled. The fact that Sammy and the Jagger guy supposedly had a relationship before, and then he had a relationship with Kiely. That's probably something they were fighting about. There was a fight club at the thing. They were fighting right before the party ended. It's just a whole lot, and it could all just be lies and rumors and just people spreading false information. So we can't go on it and say this is a fact, but all signs are starting to point to the boyfriend Jagger or whatever and Sammy, especially with the Nick guy's description of them. They match it perfectly, like all the way down to the baseball cap with the brown hair coming out the sides. And here you go. You tell me, does this not match the description that the guy gave?
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm gathering more information on that one. As far as who the male may be, I'm going to say that it was a positive match.
Yeah, got
without
it.
saying.
Wow.
a positive match. The only male associated with this case, as far as like a teenager that anybody knows about, is the boyfriend. And he matches the complete description. Not just that his hat is the same and his hair is the same and his build is the same, but that he looked disheveled, and you saw the way he looked on the interview with him and Sammy. We saw that. We saw the way he looked. We see the way they look. They look pretty rough in that picture, like they've had a rough night or a rough day. And that's the way the Nick guy describes it. So, you know, like at some point, it's pretty clear that this is probably the direction it's going, or it's all made up horseshit.
You say male?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, because remember he said that the girl was with a male with the SF black cap on. And
Oh my God.
So, I mean, that's a lot of information. And there's a lot more information in the AWP video. When it comes out, everybody really should check it out. I'll post my reaction to that when they post it on their main channel where it's free to watch, so that I'm not taking money away from them helping other families. I appreciate it. If you like the video, if you're here to the end, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and have a good one, guys.